And maybe it's not. So I guess we'll find out here momentarily. But I was waiting for a pizza to get ready, so I wanted to just kind of come on here and talk just a little bit, if I could, about what has kind of transpired over the last 24 hours with the RFK thing. Obviously, as some of you guys know, that's who I was planning on voting for. He had my endorsement because of his policies with the environment, anti-vax, healthcare, stuff like that. And stuff has changed in the last day or so. First, you had Nicole Shanahan saying, we have two options. We're either going to stay in this and try to fight for the 5%, or we're going to drop out and we're going to support Trump. And I think by virtue of doing that, she's lost some of the momentum that they had at all. Right? Obviously, the DNC combating them, fighting them along the way, causing them to lose millions of dollars is a big deal, right? It's a big obstacle. But I think if you just get to that 5%, you start to build that momentum, and you could potentially work off of that for, future campaigns. And I really felt like that's what we were trying to get, right? That 5%. We were in it to win it. We were in it till the very end. But then she goes on and says that we have these two options that we're weighing. And I think that really killed it. I think it really killed it for their momentum, their possibility of being in it until the end. I think that if they had plans to do this, then to stay into the end, she wouldn't have said what she said, right? I think it sets it up for the fact that they're going to drop out, they're going to endorse Trump, and now, what does that look like? Does that mean that the 5% that they were hoping to get, does that transfer over to Trump automatically? Does that mean that the 5% gets split between Kamala and Trump? How does that work for you guys? Because for me, I'll just say this. Typically, I vote libertarian. Typically. I wasn't going to do that this time because of Chase and his egregious policies about chemical castration, and I can't agree with that, right? I can't agree that you can let children chemically transition to being a different gender. Leave the kids alone, basically, right? Chemical castration, out. And so I just can't vote for him. So I was going to vote RFK. And now I think my only option is Trump. Because I'm sure as fuck not voting for Kamala. There's absolutely no way that would ever happen. Right? So RFK, just by virtue of Nicole going on this show and saying that they're contemplating doing these things, I think it really does swing people already who were kind of on the fence about voting for RFK because he's a third-party candidate anyway. They're just going to move on to the bigger candidates because you put that doubt in their mind about, well, they might not even be on the ballot. They might just drop out. You've already planted that seed, so all that upward momentum you may have thought you had, I think you just killed it. You crashed it. You destroyed it. And I don't know that you could ever get that back. I think at this point, you just got to say, we wanted to be in it to the end, but the DNC completely destroyed our campaign. They have much more money than we do. They have much better lawyers, experienced lawyers. They have the judges in their pockets. They can fight these fights. We don't have the funds for that. And even if we do have the funds for that, we're wasting all of this time battling in court. We can't go out and campaign like we want to. So I think that's where we are, right? I mean, I think that's where we are at this point. The Kennedy campaign is basically done, if not, officially, then very much unofficially. People like me who are going to be saying, I had you. We were going to do something cool, but now you've already planted that seed of doubt that you're going to be there to the end, so I have to look out for my interests. And my interests are not Kamala Walls. My interests are defeating Kamala Walls. So we have to band together and keep them out of office at all costs. At all cost, right? So as a good buddy, Austin Peterson has said, it's time to join the Trump train, I guess, if you're a libertarian. and keep Kamala out of office. So I guess that's where I am. I guess that's where I am right now. Be curious to see what you guys think. Leave a message, a comment down in the comments down below. And appreciate you guys stopping by. Have a good one.